On this week's episode of BJ in the Morning, we're diving back into some really ridiculous conspiracy theories. Let's go.
Welcome to BJ in the Morning. I'm Juan.
And I'm Brendan.
And today we're going back into conspiracy theories.
Yeah, but this time we're doing some outlandish ones. Some that some people might call batshit crazy.
But there's also some that you've obviously heard of that we've been avoiding because you've heard of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but now we've run out of ideas, and this is the last episode.
We have not ran out of ideas.
No.
I just think it's like, kind of fun to still talk about it.
It's the middle of summer.
Yeah.
Well, not the middle. It just started.
It's the beginning of summer.
Beginning of summer. And I'm already fried.
Yeah.
Living out in the desert.
Yeah, it's pretty
It's a
hot.
little crazy. It's a little hot out.
It's like 109 today.
But nothing else in the world is really going on right now.
Yeah.
So why don't we talk about conspiracy theories? Because they claim to be what's going on in the world right now.
Right.
And
they will always be going on in the world because if you believe in these conspiracy theories, they're always true.
If you believe,
you believe.
Then you believe.
You got that?
You got it?
Do you?
I got it. I don't think I believe in many conspiracy theories, so.
Me either.
I want to believe that Bigfoot's real.
I want to believe in a lot of things.
I want to believe.
But believing
is seeing.
Seeing
is believing.
Seeing is believing. But hope
is what makes Santa's sleigh fly. The clausometer, dude. All right, it's the middle of summer. Why are we talking about Christmas stuff?
It's the beginning of summer.
It feels like the middle of summer.
Right.
Let's just dive right into these, Juan. You have a list that we've curated. I also have the list, but I haven't grabbed my phone yet, which is...
It's fine.
I did it.
I'll start her off. Now.
All right, yeah, start us off, dude.
We're starting off with
our first...
It's a big one.
Is it a big one?
It's a huge one.
Huge one.
The first one is the moon landing was fake.
The biggest, craziest conspiracy theory that I've heard. One of them, right? Like, we're really diving into a bunch of big ones, like hugely popular ones.
Yeah.
This one is one at the top of the list, you know?
Let me read the short little synopsis.
Read the little thing.
The flag moving in the wind, no stars in the sky whatsoever, the misaligned shadows. These are all points made in the conspiracy theory that Neil Armstrong didn't take the first leap for mankind on the moon in 1969. For years, conspiracyists have argued that NASA staged the landing and that the secret has been protected by the CIA ever since. Flag, wind in the flag.
Yeah.
No stars in the pics.
No stars.
Misaligned shadows. First of all, we don't know. We don't know what kind of shadows you'd get on the moon, right?
Like, personally?
Personally.
Yeah, I mean, anything we know about the moon landing is from the moon landing.
Right.
You know, there's been a lot of things, though, in regards to everything you said. Like, you know, the photos, the video, things not aligning, the wind in the flag.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched the footage personally?
I want to say I've seen. Sure. Yeah. I think I have.
A lot of people really harp on the fact that there's no stars in the sky, things like that.
But it's super old, grainy footage.
Yeah. But also the moon has a reflective quality about it, right? That's why we can see it from Earth.
Yeah.
It bounces the sunlight that gets around Earth back down to Earth, right? It's like a
like a mirror.
almost, but not a mirror, right? It's
Yeah.
just reflective. If it was reflecting a bunch of light from the sun without the Earth's atmosphere there, that camera could not expose properly
Yeah.
to catch stars. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
that's
We know cameras.
We know cameras.
Cameras.
Hey.
We know cameras.
We know some cameras.
We know about exposure.
But on here, what I have is things talking about the stars. That the astronauts were talking about naked eye sightings of stars during the lunar daytime. So they could see them. They were talking about them. And stars are rarely seen in the space shuttle. Like any Earth observation photos or even photos taken at sporting events held at night. Because the light from our sun in outer space in the Earth-Moon system is at least as bright as the sunlight that reaches the Earth's surface on a clear day at noon. So cameras used for imaging subjects illuminated by sunlight are set for a daylight exposure. Say it with me.
Daylight exposure.
The dim light of the stars simply does not provide enough exposure to record visible images
of stars.
Got
it.
The camera settings can turn a well-lit background to black when the foreground object is brightly lit.
Yep.
We know this.
Yeah.
This is what it says right here.
This is camera.
This is camera stuff. It keeps going. There's a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The next thing is the angle and color of shadows are inconsistent, and it suggests that artificial lights were used. Shadows on the moon are complicated by reflected light, uneven ground, wide-angle lens distortion, and lunar dust. There are several light sources: the sun, sunlight reflected from the Earth, sunlight reflected from the moon surface, and sunlight reflected from the astronauts and the lunar module.
That's a lot.
Light from these sources is scattered by lunar dust in many directions, including into shadows. Shadows falling into craters and hills may appear longer, shorter, and distorted. Furthermore, shadows display the properties of vanishing point perspective, leading them to converge to a point on the horizon. Yeah, so most of these things were debunked.
Yeah.
Right?
Uh-huh.
This was a good little article to pull up.
But then there's the other side, right? So we got, before he passed, Stanley Kubrick did that, he passed, right?
I think so. Yeah, well, like
I don't want to sound stupid.
He was working on that movie AI, Artificial Intelligence.
Yeah.
And then he passed and gave the whole thing to Steven Spielberg to finish.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyways.
So he did like a little documentary thing talking about how he was approached to direct the
Are you sure this is a real thing?
I've seen clips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the theory goes that Stanley Kubrick helped film the moon landing. And that's why there's like little hints and stuff in like The Shining and things like that, right?
Yeah.
There
was I saw something where he like came out and talked about it. You know what I mean? Let me look it up.
You're going to look it up. I'm going to keep looking at this article then and reading to the people.
Keep reading.
The 1994 book Moonshot contains an obviously fake composite photo of Alan Shepard hitting a golf ball on the moon with another astronaut. It was used instead of the only existing real images from the TV monitor. So someone thought that this picture was real of them playing golf on the moon, which led to a lot of these theories, Who filmed Neil Armstrong stepping onto the moon? Cameras on the lunar module did. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Did you find it? Are you still
looking?
I think
there's a show on Apple TV called Kubrick's Odyssey.
And
it's about filmmaker and researcher Jay Weidner reveals the secret knowledge embedded in the work of the greatest filmmaker of all time, Stanley Kubrick. Okay, let's see. Okay, so it says retelling a story of Arthur C. Clarke and Stanley Kubrick's novel, but also a research and development project that assisted Kubrick in the creation of the Apollo moon footage. Widener presents compelling evidence on how Stanley Kubrick directed the Apollo moon landings.
Mm-hmm. So I'm not hearing any facts.
No, there's no facts, but I swear I saw a little like fucking.
No, I feel like it's just part of the theory.
Yeah, sure.
Because Stanley Kubrick was so influential in this time, making all these movies that everyone loves still to this day.
Right.
And 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Yeah. I
But-
just remember seeing like a interview of Stanley Kubrick, and he was like all old and shit, and he was just like explaining everything, just kind of explaining how he did it, what he did, how he was approached, when he was approached, how long he needed to do it.
Yeah.
You know.
I feel like it's just all part of the conspiracy theory itself.
Sure.
But the fact of the matter is that we did not have the technology to fake the moon landing in 1969. We had barely the technology to get to the moon, but which is also weird because now NASA says they don't have the technology to get to the moon.
Yeah.
Now, but we did it. Right, and so that is weird, and it adds a little bit of pause, and it makes you start thinking, like, did we actually go to the moon then?
I saw a video on an AI robot.
A robot?
This is what's the word?
I don't know.
What's the word?
AI, artificial
This
intelligence.
is
is a hoax.
Whatever. It's not real yet. But it was a video of
Like
like
a
them
concept?
showing the concept. Yes.
Okay.
So it's an AI robot
Mhm.
that can detach your head from your sick body and attach it to another one.
How does this have anything to do with the moon landing being fake?
So if we supposedly have the technology to be looking into that, how do we not have the technology to go to the moon?
But I don't think it's not. I don't think it's the fact that we don't own it. We don't have it. I think a lot of it comes down to the fact that the space program was defunded for the most part of the last 50 years or so.
Yeah. Hey,
So
why don't we go to the moon?
No, we don't have the money.
Don't wanna.
We don't have the money. We make the money, but we don't have the money.
Don't wanna.
Yeah. But now there's people out there who are, trying to get to space, like Elon Musk himself, building his little SpaceX rockets, and we can see them from here in Arizona, and I still have never seen one with my own eyes.
Yeah.
That's just a little gripe. But yeah, we did not have the technology to fake the moon landing in 1969 when it comes to film technology.
I did see some weird shit the other day. It's a horrible video, but look at that. Look at that. That was in the sky.
Where's that?
That was at my parents' house, and it
You
was
took
like
that?
I did.
You took that video?
Yeah.
Put it on the internet, dude.
Put it on the internet.
Put it on the internet right now.
It started as like looked like a shooting star, but it was like big, really big,
Yeah.
and it had a trail.
Uh-huh.
But it wasn't like the trail like we've seen before of like the satellites and stuff. It was like a trail like how you would imagine a shooting star to look like.
When you draw one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's like glittery and shit.
I was like, what the hell is going on? And I pulled out my phone, and then it started like expanding, like how you saw in the video. And obviously, I couldn't get a good video, but it just dissipated.
No one ever can get a good video.
It just went away.
Maybe it was a comet. Did you look it up?
No.
A little asteroid?
No, but apparently people saw it like in Switzerland and stuff. I did look it up. I didn't look up what it was. But apparently people saw it all over the world.
How does this have anything to do with the moon landing?
It doesn't.
I thought you were gonna tie it back together somehow.
No.
Oh, okay.
Not this time.
So going back to your robot thing
Yeah.
that takes the head off of things and can keep your body or your brain alive.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Isn't there something on our list that is like that?
Is there?
Yeah, I think it's the next one on the list, unless I'm mistaken.
You are.
Oh.
But we can skip to it.
Yeah, why don't we? So it sounds like I know what I'm talking about.
So Disney
Disney.
Disney created Frozen
The
as
movie?
a distraction
A distraction from what?
from Walt Disney's head being cryogenically frozen and preserved.
So this is a big old Disney theory. And I think it's so funny. Like, it is, when you really think about it, like, when did Walt Disney die? 1967.
Before the moon landing.
Before the moon landing. I'm pretty sure that's when he died. He had like a week from when he got diagnosed with lung cancer.
Yeah.
Before he passed away.
Right.
Yes, he has a ton of money. It's Disney.
Uh-huh.
But do you think in 1967, apparently that's where I'm going with, that's what my brain is sticking with, that he had the enough time and money to find some kind of cryogenics to freeze his head?
We never know.
We
never know.
We weren't alive.
You never know. But with that said, apparently in a book that Walt Disney wrote, he was in the later years of his life obsessed with cryogenics and all that stuff.
And see, I read that he was like really infatuated with the idea of death, and there wasn't a lot of cryogenic stuff going on. So again, things get a little misleading on the internet, you know.
Yeah.
But there was a quote from his daughter, I want to say, that said he didn't know anything about cryogenics, but he was obsessed with the idea of what happens after you die.
Yeah.
So,
you know what I imagine?
Go for it. Hit me with it.
I imagine his head on a table in like some sort of Disney headquarter.
A headquarter. It's a full head, but it's in the headquarters.
Just one headquarter.
Yeah.
And there's just like these tubes coming out of it, like serial cables and stuff like that. And it's just like all of the Disney movies in the last like how long has it been?
Like
60 years.
Yeah.
Were his ideas still.
Like they're his dreams that he's having.
They're his dreams that he's having while he's cryogenically frozen, and it's being uploaded to a computer, to a server
that's functioning with the help of AI. Which is why we're getting
the 70s.
Which is why we're getting such shitty Disney movies.
Yeah, exactly.
Now.
Let's remake Mulan and make them not sing a single fucking song.
Yeah, that movie looked great, but
how about
wasn't.
that?
Let's do a live action Lion King. But it's all CG the entire time.
Yeah.
But anyways, Disney, I mean, think about it. It's like a Futurama situation. His head's just in a jar making rules. Like, I picture, if this is real, which, let's face it, it's probably not.
Yeah.
But if Disney's head is frozen somewhere, I picture it at the top of the Matterhorn. You know, when
in a headquarter?
It goes back, you know? You get stuck right there, and then it goes, his head's just somewhere right there watching.
Just hidden.
And he's just... But that's what I want to happen. But what a way to cover up freezing a body
is by using
a movie
Frozen
called Disney's Frozen. That's what the movie is called. You know.
How about you tell us without telling us?
But
you know
also,
what I mean?
Sick cover up.
Sick cover up.
But honestly, I don't think we did this for the moon landing one because we kind of just jumped ahead real fast. But like, I think the moon landing is real. I think we went to the moon. I want to believe that happened. I don't believe in the conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
For Disney, I don't think it's real. I think they just made a movie and they couldn't come up with a better title for a queen. Is it Queen?
Princess. She's
Queen
a
Elsa?
Queen. Yeah, she's a queen.
A queen who has ice powers.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't call her like Ice Bitch, you know?
Ice bitch.
You remember that from the, what is that movie? Epic movie?
No, I
spoof of Lion the Witch in the Wardrobe.
Is it the one with Drake?
No.
Isn't it? Oh.
You know what I'm talking about?
The one when
The spoof?
when they go into Narnia and
Yeah.
then the little goat man, he's doing like an episode of Cribs.
Yeah. No one has thought about that movie since that movie came out.
I think about that movie often because one time I made a joke about how he's like, come on.
Yeah.
And I do that to people, you know, like if I'm like going like this, I'm like, step into my lair.
This is where the magic happens. But yeah, what do you think about the moon landing?
I think it was real.
Yeah.
I want to believe that it is real. I don't think it was faked. But I am fascinated at the idea that if it was faked, like I want to know deets.
Yeah,
You know?
I mean, the biggest thing that confuses me is I want to know how they broadcasted it back live.
Yeah.
How were they talking to each other when I can't get cell phone reception in certain parts of the city?
Mm-hmm.
Those things are a little confusing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Don't know.
Disney one though?
No way.
No
That'd
way.
be cool.
But like, what are they gonna do?
If my idea was correct and they had like all those cables coming out of his brain, yeah, let's yeah.
Yeah.
I hope it's real,
Yeah.
but probably not.
Probably not. What's next on the list?
The next one on our list is the Earth has been sucked into a black hole.
Tell me all about this one.
So the Earth, apparently, the European Organization for Nuclear Research, CERN, is at the heart of a lot of crazy conspiracy theories. Which, speaking of, I heard they want to start another Hadron Collider. And apparently this is how we got into a bunch of conspiracy things in the first place.
Yeah, right. Like it's when the black hole started and we're in an alternate dimension where everything sucks.
Right.
Please.
Right.
God, please, God.
Yeah.
Let us come out the other side bigger, better, faster, stronger, richer.
Bigger, better, faster, stronger.
Richer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Including the belief that CERN discovered the Higgs boson, a.k.a. the God particle, in 2012. And inadvertently created a black hole, and Earth was sucked into it.
Oh, no.
These believers think that the world ended in 2012, but we haven't realized it yet.
It's just taking its time.
That doesn't make any GD sense, dude.
I think this is a cool theory. Like, it's not a fun theory, but it's a fun theory, you know?
Do you know what happens when you go into a black hole?
No, nobody does.
Well, according to science,
Have they been in a black hole?
they have not been in one.
But
No?
I know it does something like flattens you to thinner than a piece of paper. Like, you're thinner than a singular atom and, like, stretched
so
and
once
broken.
inside a black hole event horizon, matter will be torn apart into its smallest subatomic components and eventually will be squeezed into the singularity. Matter is compressed down to an infinitely tiny point, and all conceptions of time and space completely break down.
Well, I can tell you that time and space have not broken down.
And if we did go into that black hole, how long is it going to take to get, you know what I mean?
One more time.
Did
Well,
I do it the same way?
pretty close. You want to try again? It was a little more the last time.
Was it
than
good?
The first time. It was good. It was
All
good.
right.
I'll accept it. First thing
Huh?
about what you just said.
Mm-hmm.
Science words sound so freaking badass. You're like Event Horizon,
Event Horizon,
Singularia.
subatomical,
Like,
subatomical particles.
tell me those words aren't just badass. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Nerds do rule the world. You know?
That's right, biatch.
If you haven't seen this video that we're talking about, some girl went off about how the nerds are running the world and how we need to be put in our place again. This is
And
our
we say
place.
we're not even the smart nerds.
No, we're
You know what I mean?
we're the nerds who thought we were cooler than we were.
Yeah,
You know, we were not drinking underage.
right. Definitely not.
Never, ever.
What are you talking
What are
about?
you talking about? Anyways, singularities, event horizons, subatomic levels. Yeah, I mean that's probably gonna take millennia,
Yeah, you
like
think?
forever.
Like if we were in the black hole,
Yeah, think about it like this. Think about it
we're
like this.
getting sucked in, but we're not. We
Everything-
haven't crossed the event horizon
Yeah,
yet.
everything's getting shrunk down to its smallest particles, right?
Mm-hmm.
The smallest particles. Everything, not just one thing. Everything. That would take time, right? But time is relative. So it's a different amount of time for someone who's already in the black hole at the event horizon
Mm-hmm.
versus some of us other people. I'm saying us because we're still making this podcast and we're
Mhm.
going to work and suffering at our
Mhm,
day
mhm.
jobs and
Yep.
the ginseng and the honey and the
Yeah,
homemade.
right. Yeah.
We're still on the other side of it. Our molecules are still breaking down very slowly because there's trillions upon billions upon whatever the biggest number you can think of atoms on the planet
while talking about this, you're just like,
start fading out like are we getting Thanos dusted or is it more like a Back to the Future situation where we just start fading out?
no, it wouldn't be the fade. I think
Oh wait,
instead of being
Jumanji?
dusted, yeah, like
in
Jumanji.
like Jumanji. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, specification.
But you said CERN, right? CERN,
Yeah.
right? I don't remember what it stands for. What does it stand for? Right. So CERN has the collider.
Yeah.
What is it? The hydrogen collider?
Not hydrogen.
Hydrogen peroxide collider.
Holderon? Hang on.
I don't remember the word, and you remember when we said we're not the smart nerds? There we go.
Hadron collider.
Hadron collider.
Is
That's
that what I
right.
said earlier?
I don't know.
I
The
hope
Hadron collider, Hadron
so.
collider.
I hope so.
So they have the collider. They've already done this before. They're trying to create new particles, trying to see how the Big Bang Theory comes into play.
Mm-hmm. So the Large Hadron Collider. Apparently, I don't know how to speak, but I'm gonna try to read this right now. Anyways, the Large Hadron Collider is the most powerful accelerator in the world.
Just go for it.
It boosts particles and protons, from which form all matter we know.
You need to stop.
Accelerated to
It's getting
speed
worse.
close to that of light and collide to other protons. These collisions produce massive particles such as Higgs boson or the top quark. Turned into like the three pigs from Shrek. Play some movie.
Yeah. So this
play.
theory that we're being sucked into a black hole slowly or quickly, and we don't know it yet, is a fun, albeit dangerous sounding theory.
Yeah.
I don't think it's real. I don't think it's
real either. But there was a show I told you to watch.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what it's called, but it talks about the
Hadron Collider.
Hadron Collider.
Mm-hmm.
And then you think it's going to be about, like, subatomical destruction,
Mhm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, it's about aliens at the end of the day.
Uh-huh.
And the aliens were able to communicate with humans because of that Hadron Collider
Mm-hmm.
was turned on.
Mm.
And anyway, so well, you should watch it. I'm going to figure out what it's called. Oh, wait. The 3-body problem.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you should watch it.
Okay. I've
It's
heard
good.
of this. It was like really popular.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, cool. Moving on though. What was next on our list?
The next one is the Earth is hollow.
The Earth is hollow.
The Earth
So,
is hollow.
This one came out this theory came about in like 2014.
Mm-hmm.
And it says scientists release new unknown findings about the Earth's core, and let's just say conspiracy theorists took it and ran with it. So after learning that we don't know much about the surface of the Earth or what lies beneath its layers, the hollow Earth theory gained traction. Some believers even think there's an Earth inside the Earth. So,
like Godzilla and Kong.
Yeah. So like prehistoric Earth, kind of like Journey to the Center of the Earth stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about this theory. I've heard about it maybe twice.
You know what I always believed?
Huh.
I believed. So I was told in school that the center of the Earth was like super hot, boiling
Metal.
lava and metal and magma and
Hot magma.
the crust.
There's the upper mantle, the lower mantle, the
And
crust, the core.
The core of the Earth is just fire, just straight fire.
It's like fire.
So it was fire, but
Fire,
at the
dude.
same time, not so fire, dude.
Yeah.
So when I was a kid, I thought if you fell into a hole and you went down to through the Earth's crust to its core, that you're going to hell. That you went to hell.
That's what it was like.
You were hell.
Yeah.
You're in hell.
Yeah, but even the deepest hole anyone's ever dug hasn't broken the crust. You know what I mean?
How deep is that deepest hole?
I don't know.
Should we look it up?
I don't think we need to look anything else up. All I want to say is that I don't know. This seems like an outlandish conspiracy theory. Kind of crazy.
It's just someone with a good imagination.
Yeah. But we've all seen Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Yeah.
You haven't?
No, I have.
You have. Okay. Maybe it's like that. Maybe it's not.
Right.
We don't know. But if there's dinosaurs underneath the Earth's crust, sick.
Sick.
I want to go.
Super sick.
So dope. They just look like big chickens.
Big chickens.
Big chimpkins.
So we can move on from that one, right?
The next one, I think, has something to do with Earth.
Mm-hmm. Same
But
thing.
instead of it being hollow, it's it being
flat.
flat.
The Earth is flat.
The Earth is flat. So flat Earth theory. Flat Earth theory.
Flat Earth.
We're struggling tonight.
theory.
The theory of flat Earth.
Widowy.
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 I have this article pulled up.
All right.
It is one of the funniest things I've ever read. Just the first line. Okay, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
In 2017, the U.S. rapper B.O.B., real name Bobby Ray Simmons Jr., started a crowdfunding campaign to launch a satellite. The rapper, a vocal proponent of the flat Earth theory, wanted to seek evidence that our planet is a disk, not a globe. His aim was to raise $200,000, later up to $1 million, on a GoFundMe website account, with the aim of sending one or more craft into space to help him find the curve. The term that flat earthers use to describe the edge of our supposed disc-shaped planet. The rapper's quest may seem like a joke or a publicity stunt. Indeed, there's currently no evidence that B.O.B. raised much money or got anywhere near his goal. However, in the last few years, there has been an alarming rise of people who, like B.O.B., believe in flat Earth theories. B.O.B., who just wanted to look up in the sky and see airplanes like shooting stars?
Wow.
B.O.B.
I've got the magic in me. When
every time it turns into gold. Something got the magic in me. We're gonna get taken down by B.O.B. stands, dude. So B.O.B. flat earther. So the flat Earth theory is that Earth is a disc and not a globe shape. There is an edge to the world. I love this theory. I don't believe it at all, but I think it is so funny.
Yeah.
And I think people sound so insane.
I've had a couple conversations with some flat earthers.
I've never had the pleasure of meeting a flat earther.
And they have...
Text us, flat earthers.
Give us a text.
Give us a text. Send us some comments. Direct message us on Instagram.
Yeah.
Because I just genuinely am curious to know more about it. Like where was the turning point? Things like that. Because the main philosophy behind flat Earth theorists is that the Earth was made for us.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's kind of humbling, you know? Like we're not just an accident. But other than that, what else makes you think the Earth is flat?
Right.
I don't know.
I don't know either, and I don't remember the argument that it was given to me by
the person,
by multiple people.
Yeah.
Right. I also don't give a shit either, but I do give a shit.
Yeah.
I give a shit to know about what your opinion is, but I don't give a shit
if the Earth
to change my own opinion the way you want me to.
Yeah, I mean, unless they can bring everyone up to space to see it for ourselves, we will never know 100%.
Yeah.
But the amount of people that have been to space and no one has said anything about it being flat, it is flat. And they just... or no, they pull out the little Men in Black.
Oh.
Just you forgot everything. The Earth is a globe.
It's round.
It's wow.
Have you seen the globe?
It's round. Just spins it. It's such a crazy theory, and I feel like flat earthers go really hard.
Mm-hmm.
They really believe it. It's like Bigfoot level hard.
Yeah.
Like they love that the Earth is flat.
Yeah. One of the theories is that the Earth is more like a bowl, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not really flat, but it's like a bowl, and Antarctica is not at the top of our planet. It's surrounding our planet.
Have you heard the one where there's other stuff outside of Antarctica, like the land of the giants? And stuff
yeah,
like
like if you go past Antarctica, it's like this like beautiful green.
It's heaven.
Heaven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they think.
I've heard of that.
Yeah. Crazy.
That's the underside of the Earth.
The underside of the Earth. Quasi?
You're flying and you're going, what? Anyway.
So yeah, flat Earth, I don't believe it whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
But also the only pictures of Earth from space we ever get is from NASA.
They're
so
pretty
they could
round.
but they could tell us anything they want to tell us.
Sure.
America, we're listening. Tell us your theory.
Text us.
But also, let's go to the next one because we are definitely pushing the limits here on time.
All right. So Prince Charles is a vampire.
People believe Prince Charles is a vampire. Have you seen how crusty that dude is?
He's looking pretty sharp in this picture.
Yeah, but when was that picture?
I don't know.
Yeah, not yesterday.
Well, Prince Charles of Wales is related to Vlad the Impaler.
Oh, Vlad the Impaler.
So, the inspiration for Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Did you say Bram Stoker?
Bram Stoker.
Stoker.
Did I say it wrong?
Let me see what you're reading here. I had to make sure that there wasn't a typo. You are just saying it wrong.
What?
Look, read it again.
Bram Stoker.
No, you're adding a letter into the last name.
Oh, look at that. Is it Bram?
Bram Stoker's.
Bram Stoker. Stroker.
I was like, God dang, get out of the gutter.
I just got a lot on my mind right now.
Mostly
dude.
about Bram Stoker.
We gotta get this podcast over with quick.
You're trying to get your Bram Stoker on. This is the clip for this episode, by the way.
Jesus Christ.
You talking about stroking it 5 times in a row.
All right.
Bram Stoker's.
Stoker's Dracula.
Bram Stoker's.
And many royals in Charles' bloodline were known to have the disease porphyria, which is an iron deficiency that causes people to be sensitive to light. And he also likes to drink blood every single day for breakfast.
And lunch.
And
not dinner. Midnight snack.
Midnight snack.
Midnight snack.
Dinner is just steak.
Get out of my brain.
Get out of here.
Yeah, so Vlad the Impaler was known all across Europe for impaling people outside of his castle walls as like warnings and things like that. I want to say he's like Romanian.
Did he drink blood?
We don't know.
That's what I want to know.
I don't think so. But I think people just were really afraid of him because he was so violent.
Was he really horny?
I don't know. You're the one talking about Stroker.
I just want to know, because why are vampires so horny all the time?
I think the sex appeal of it, just like living only at night, you know.
Bite your neck.
Rawr.
Rawr.
Who is this? Prince Charles?
It's okay.
It's okay.
Is the Prince Charles of Wales, dude?
This has no effect on my life. If he's a vampire, sick, dude. Right. Stick to it. It's done you so good this whole time.
Oh, since Queen Elizabeth died, he's now
the king. Yeah. Look at him. He's terrifying. Screenshot that so I can put it in the video.
All right, here you go.
Scary. He might be a vampire.
Wow, is that Joe Biden?
They could be their long lost brothers from the.
Oh, jeez.
They were on the stakes that Vlad the Impaler put out, and they're like, let's get out of here, dude.
Yeah.
You run this country, I'm gonna run this country.
Bram Stoker.
Bram Stoker.
All right, our next one. Our next one on our list is we're living in the Matrix.
This is an easy one.
This is a simulation.
My favorite videos to watch on YouTube are glitches in the Matrix. I don't know if you've ever seen all these. Also fail videos, but that's not what we're talking about. Glitches in the Matrix, where things just don't work or they work too perfectly.
Yeah.
Simulation theory is really interesting, and it's kind of like one of the only ones that I would believe at this point in time. You know what I mean? Like that there is a chance that we're all just simulated beings in a simulated world to see how it's all going to work and how it's going to play out. But also, who the fuck would simulate all this shit? Like,
yeah.
Why?
How many people you got working on that?
The developer needs to add some people to the team.
So many people behind the scenes 24/7.
The graphics, phenomenal. The gameplay, sometimes, new DLCs come out and we're loving it. Difficulty level, extremely hard. Maybe tone it down. Ease of use for all players. Some of us have had it harder than others. And I'm not saying me specifically, but there's some people playing on the hardest difficulty level out there.
Yeah. How about you program me winning the Powerball?
How about you program Arizona to drop 25 degrees in the summer?
Yeah.
All the time.
How about we just have 75-degree weather all the time?
How about we have more lakes or beaches?
How
about
we nobody drives a shitty car ever. We're all driving like Chargers, Challengers, and Teslas.
Those are the only good cars?
No, there's plenty of good ones, but it's just like
Yeah,
how to make it quick.
yeah, but also like, how about
How about?
we just get on like a system, you know, in like futuristic movies they always have like a tube system you just kind of float through and it takes you where you need to go.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get that.
How about
Then there's no driving. You're just
or a
it's like in the bank.
teleportation system.
I don't know if I'd trust that more than the tube system.
Or how about? Wait, so you want to be like the little tube from the bank?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I said. Like the bank tubes. Yeah.
How about
How about?
we program? Okay, how about you have substantial income no matter what you decide to do with your life?
Sustainable income.
Sustainable
income. Happy life.
happy life. Like, as long as you're doing
Something.
something, right? It's like, oh, my job is watching TV.
No.
Not good.
As much as I would do that, no.
Right.
You got to be contributing.
Right.
If you contribute, you get
Compensated.
Not what I was going for, but I'll take it because I can't.
You get stroked.
You get stroked.
You get stroked off. Stroking off.
Beef stroganoff.
Beef stroganoff?
You get beef stroganoff. Yeah, but if you contribute to the world, you get compensated.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
As interesting as this theory is, no way that's true.
I don't think
That's
so.
way too much work. That's way too much work.
It's an indie developer, though. I can tell.
Unless it's, like whatever simulation this is, whoever created it, whoever programmed it, and it's like extremely advanced technology, ran completely by AI, which would also explain why AI is just getting smarter and smarter and smarter ever since it came out last year?
Give or take.
About 2 years ago?
It's like more public over the last year or two.
Did you hear about ChatGPT?
No.
The ChatGPT, that there's now a ChatGPT 2. Did you hear about that?
I think so. It like talks to you.
Yeah, so apparently ChatGPT 2 was created by ChatGPT. And ChatGPT took all like the flaws and stuff that it has and fixed everything and created ChatGPT 2.
No, it's a lie. There's no way this is
That's just
true.
what I heard.
There's no way this is true.
I just heard it.
Let's get in. We have enough time for one more theory.
Okay,
or we can speed round through a couple.
Okay, let's speed round so we can get through all of them, right?
Okay.
Okay, which one do you want to actually talk about though? Yes or no?
No.
Yes or no?
No.
Yes or no?
No.
Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we can. Yeah.
Should we just speed through the rest
Let's
of them?
speed through the rest of them, man.
Right.
Like, you guys are here. You've been here the whole time. Some of you. Others left a long time ago. We're just going to finish strong. Finish with a couple more outlandish theories.
So the next one is the moon isn't real.
So this one coincides with the flat earth theory, that the moon's a projection. Like the Truman Show.
That picture looks like a projection, though.
That picture?
Yeah.
Could be. But also, how?
A big, giant projector.
Okay, sick. Moving on.
Are we moving on?
I mean, unless you got anything else to say.
No, it's a projection. Zombies can rise from the dead.
So there are mushrooms out there that can bring things back. Like they use their bodies to move around and stuff of dead creatures. But I honestly don't think zombies in the sense of like zombies movie or TV shows, video games. I don't see that happening. I see maybe more so along the lines of like insane people losing all control of their brain to a substance.
Like bath salts?
Yeah, I was going to say we have seen things like that. But that's not a zombie.
Yeah.
That's just a person who's gone insane.
Right.
But like we've also had like cannibals, like people who have killed people to eat them, like serial killers and stuff. Are they zombies because they've eaten flesh? What makes them not a zombie? Is it because they're still moving around and talking and stuff?
Maybe.
But I just don't think George Romero is the only guy. You know,
Right.
his definition of zombie is what it is.
Mhm.
But that's just me.
The next one is
What about you?
about zombies.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see how it could work.
Yeah.
I don't see how it's possible. Sorry, dude.
The body's just not going to hold up with no blood pumping through it.
I mean, you never know. Maybe there's some sort of disease or curse or something. Or
The wizard cursed us. Now
You never
magic's
know.
real.
you never know.
We will never know.
But the next one on our list is 5G causes cancer and COVID-19.
So this is a really relevant and recent theory, right? Has something to do with things that have happened in our lifetime, 100%.
Right.
Yes, 5G has some radioactive, like radiation type waves that come out, right? But so does your microwave.
Yeah.
You know, so does, some electronics that you drive past or walk past on a day-to-day basis. The more that technology advances, the more it can harm people and things and places and stuff like that, right? Because we're creating things that are unnatural and forcing them into natural environments, right? Does it cause cancer? Everything causes cancer. Our body fights it off daily until it can't, right? What was the other one?
COVID-19.
COVID. People get sick.
Yeah.
People get sick. It has happened. There's a cyclical nature to society or to nature, right? Things happen and then they don't happen for a while, and then they happen and then they don't happen for a while.
Yeah.
This is one of those things that finally happened after not happening for a long time. Did 5G come out around the same time? Sure. Was it being worked on before all that? Yeah. Just saying.
Right.
What about you? What do you think?
I think, to be honest, dude, TBH, don't care. I don't care.
You're like, I still get shitty phone service.
But either way, dude, if it does, if it doesn't, hey, don't care. Like, if something I eat is going to cause cancer, fine, maybe I'll be a little more concerned about it.
Maybe it just lessen it up a little.
You can control that.
Yeah.
I can't control if 5G is going to give me cancer.
Right.
What, me, one person can be like, hey, take down that 5G.
Nothing's
They're
going to
like,
happen.
oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Let me get rid of it completely.
I had no idea you were so passionate about it.
They're already working on 6G, right?
Yeah, I think Japan already has it.
Yeah. They seem way healthier than us.
They seem great. But they live off of rice and sushi and
yeah.
It's true.
No,
it is
Yeah,
scientifically
I was gonna
proven
say.
that Japanese and other countries that are not America are healthier because they eat real food.
Yeah, and we eat preservatives and unnatural colors and dyes.
Right.
Right? No, I know I'm right. This is the theory we should have been talking about the whole time.
Next episode. Catch us on next episode.
Super Size Me kind of episode.
That guy passed away.
Did he?
Yeah.
When?
Like a couple of weeks ago.
No way.
Yeah.
Morgan Spurlock?
Yeah, I think it was colon cancer or something.
Shit.
Let me look it up. Now I have to look it up.
No, I don't. Yeah,
No, I have to.
I
I have to. Keep going.
I was just gonna say the food crisis is a theory that we should be more concerned about in America. A lot of the theories we talked about, not all of them, but some of them, some of the crazy ones could be linked to the ones we read more, the 5G and the cancers and stuff.
Yeah, he just died from cancer. It just doesn't say.
Was it from 5G?
What kind of cancer? But,
Was it too soon?
I mean, I didn't know.
Rest in peace, Morgan Spurlock.
R.I.P.
Anyways, let's finish off this list real fast.
Uh-huh.
What else we got?
Well, it's the last one.
The last one.
Airplane exhaust trails are filled with chemicals.
So some people call them
Chemtrails.
They're called contrails. You know what happens
Why
in the
are you calling
atmosphere?
it contrails?
It's a condensation trail.
Oh, Oh, like in real life, like it's actually called a contrail.
Yeah,
But people call them
chemtrails because they think they're like basically like the planes that do the bug killer on crops,
Right.
the crop dusters.
Mm-hmm.
But they're people dusters.
Right.
But honestly, what happens to water when you heat it up?
Vapor.
Right. What is a jet engine producing?
Vapor.
Heat. Energy, right? It's heat. Propulsion. It's heat. Combustions, all that kind of stuff, right? So when water
Subatomical.
when water molecules enter heat, they become
vapor.
Steam, vapor, right? In low atmosphere, up above where the clouds usually chill, hang out, float around,
Right.
chill. If you add steam to that equation of where clouds usually hang out, chill, all that stuff, what will happen to the vapor? It's gonna hang out. It's gonna chill. Because what are clouds?
Vapor.
Yeah, there you go, dude. So the contrails are water molecules entering a hot area of the combustion and jet propulsion systems of airplanes, coming out the back as vapors, and then doing what? Hanging out and chilling. And then it lingers just like a normal cloud would. Chilling and hanging out. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Does that make sense?
It makes sense.
But people think it's chemicals that they're just pumping out. You know why it doesn't have to be chemicals? It's all in our food anyways. And we're going to talk about that on our next episode.
Catch us on our next episode.
We're going to have to do so much research.
Talking about some nasty food, but at least we know what we're going to talk about.
Yeah, we're planned way ahead.
We got at least a week and a half.
Yeah. Chilling. Hanging out. So, yeah. Sometimes I like doing these episodes where I have just a spark of like, I know these things. I can talk about them. Knowledge. You know what I like more than cars? Knowledge. What are some of your favorite conspiracy theories? What are some really crazy, outlandish ones that come to mind? We had stuff on this list like Bigfoot, the Loch Ness Monster. First off,
the abominable snowman.
For the cryptids like that.
The automobile snowman.
The automobile snowman. For those kind of cryptids and Transformers, I want to believe those are real. But that's why we took them off this list, because this list, we were really trying to get to some of these ones that make people just sound
crazy.
Crazy is not the right word. Eccentric. Like, why? I don't know what the word I'm looking. I want to know people's opinions on these.
Right.
I want to know why they think these things. What led them to this? And why should I?
What kind of facts do you have?
Why should I believe them? Tell me why I should believe any of these things. What knowledge do you have to tell us that would maybe change our mind?
Right.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode of BJ in the Morning. I'm Brendan.
And I'm Juan.
And you should like and subscribe on our YouTube at
BJ in the Morning _
on YouTube.
BJ in the Morning Podcast.
And then follow and like all our posts and comment and like all that stuff on TikTok and Instagram at
BJ in the Morning _
And that's it.
And don't forget to check out Bram Stoker's Dracula. I really gotta go, man. I really gotta get out of here.
You're gonna go Bram Stroganoff or
Bram Stroganoff.
Bram Stroganoff. Bram Stroganoff here. We got your Bram Stroganoff. It's like beef, but it's better.
Yeah, exactly. Well, thank you for listening to BJ in the Morning. I'm Juan.
And I'm Brendan.
And we'll talk to you next time.